introduce the next winner.
All right, so our next winner is Mitch Fisher. He is a motivational entrepreneur, and he comes from Grand Island, Nebraska, and he's here to represent Northwest High School. So give a nice warm welcome to Mitch Fisher.
Thank you guys very much. Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared to get fogged. Now, FOG stands for Focused, Original, and Goal-Oriented. And those are the ideas that form the basis of the brand that I eventually started my junior year of high school. I'll be talking about a little bit later. But for now, my name is Mitch Fisher. I'm from Grand Island, Nebraska. I graduated from Northwest High School, and I'm now a marketing student at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. So to start off, if you guys would like to tweet during my presentation throughout the day, any questions you have for me or some things that you found interesting in my speech, go ahead and tweet them using hashtag #MotivationMitch. That's like my alter ego that I'll explain later. And then you can also tag the Fog Squad at the Fog Squad with those. So just a little background on me. I started my first business when I was in 7th grade. So that's kind of the basis of my entrepreneurial mindset. I started a stepping stone making business. I made some bird baths. Eventually that evolved into making LED lit signs with my little brother Danny, making cool designs. That is the Nebraska logo, Ghost Huskers. We have a huge college football fan base there. And then that eventually evolved into making smartphone covers that served as a fundraiser for schools. And so schools would make their smartphone covers with the school logo on them and get $5 per phone cover to go towards their organization or sport or whatnot. So these serve as a basis for the projects that I work on now. Although they weren't successful, they helped form my entrepreneurial basis and continue into other projects that I started, including this one right here. So the main reason why I'm here and what I want to talk about is in high school, my senior year, I started the Twitter account called the GINW Shipyard, which was the name of our student section. And I started this account to communicate like themes for our football games and volleyball games and all sporting events, and communicate events in general so that we could have a good showing at all of our events and activities and make sure that all the activities had good support throughout the school. So back there is my friend Colin and I at the football game front row blasting off confetti cannons. It started off as just communicating themes and events. So these were my first couple of tweets that I got out there to promote volleyball, football, and the parking lot party that we had. It started simple, and there was one funny time where we played a team in volleyball, and before the game, I tweeted at them their student section account, and they replied back and forth. So we were going all day, sending GIFs to each other and pictures. It was all funny and positive. A lot of staff, teachers, students were like catching on to this and following it. And it was kind of a fun thing that hyped up the game and made it good. So in the end, we did eventually win that game. And so they said good luck, and I said good game, nothing but respect. It was very kind of a positive thing a way that a school could communicate with another school. Eventually I found out the person behind that account was my friend from middle school who had moved there a couple years ago, so that was kind of cool. But one of the things in high school is that not everything is positive. So issues in high school always arise. There's the kids that get in trouble for little things, but then there's the bigger things that everybody in the school finds out about and can create a lot of drama and cause a lot of attention to be drawn to it. So one of the things I used the Shipyard for was to fix these and promote more positivity and more positive culture in our Northwest High School culture. So the first issue that arose was a lot of underclassmen coming up were distributing inappropriate images through Snapchat. And that hadn't been an issue in our school before. And so that was kind of upsetting to a lot of us upperclassmen, just the school in general, because that's just not what the Viking culture stands for. And a lot of people were against it. A lot of talk was generated behind it. And so I got one of my friends, he tweeted a couple paragraphs explaining that, this is bad, we should not be partaking in this. We need to stand for something better than this, and that's not what the Viking culture is about. We wanted to make sure that everyone knew what we stood for and put an end to this, because it was creating a lot of conversation. And so I quoted his tweet using hashtag I stand for dignity in order to just kind of say where we stand on this matter, and that got a lot of attention on Twitter, so that as well as the staff putting into this, it helped put an end to it eventually. The next issue that arose was a Twitter account that was an anonymous person who was using it to bully others, and whoever it was would tag specific people and kind of bash them and send negative vibes their way. And so this was also causing a lot of drama. A lot of people were very hurt by this, and it was just very upsetting that this was kind of going throughout our school, and no one knew who this person was. We didn't know, like, maybe they didn't feel welcome here. We just didn't know. We wanted to fix this problem. So the staff did a great job of getting the tweets taken down right away, the account taken down. A lot of people were very hurt by this, and we wanted to make sure that this didn't affect our school culture going forth in the year, and we didn't want this to put an end to like the positive environment that we have, because my school's about 800 kids. We have a very nice family environment, and so I quoted one of their tweets. They had taken down the post, and I just said, "Stay positive, Vikings. Don't fight fire with fire, because we can learn from this, we can grow from this, and whoever this may be, we need to make them feel welcome. We need to make them accepted into the culture and just continue our positive family mindset." So those were the cool ways that I was able to use the Shipyard Twitter account to promote positivity within our school and just create that family environment. Now, my current and future projects are all started during high school, along with the Shipyard. So, as I said, I have an alter ego, Motivation Mitch. So my junior year, after Christmas break coming back, my friends and I were not at all wanting to come back to school. It's Christmas break, we had a good time. We had a hard time finding the motivation to go back to school. And so yeah, feel free actually to scan this or add me on Snapchat right now. Anyway, I started sending motivational videos on my personal account to just a close group of friends, just like 10 seconds, like, let's get hyped for the day, let's do this, different quotes or whatnot. And they really liked it, so I kept doing it. I kept doing it every day. Eventually, I created my own Twitter account, or not Twitter, Snapchat account for Motivation Mitch, and it took off. Like, I think a lot of people would be watching, my videos at lunch or whatnot, and someone would be like, "Hey, what's that?" And they would add me. So many people were adding me from my school and in my community that it was a huge deal. And so every day, I still do this. I send little motivational videos to all the people that have added me, put on my story to kind of promote positivity, get people started off with the right foot for the day. And this was just a cool way that I didn't expect this to take off and make an impact on people. But there'll be people, I'd be walking through school and someone would be like, "Hey, it's Motivation Mitch," and I have no idea who they were, but it was a cool way for me to meet people and realize that I was making a difference within my school. So I do still make these videos. If you'd like to add me and get motivated, I'd be happy to do that for you. The other project that I started my junior year was the Fog Squad brand. And the Fog Squad brand, as I said earlier, stands for Focused, Original, and Goal-Oriented. And what I wanted to do with this was impact teens and young adults to realize their potential and just form a community of positive difference makers, and have people that want to make a positive influence on the world, have a group of people that are just like-minded individuals and stand for the three deals: focused, original, goal-oriented. And so, I have a lot of friends that were supportive of me in this endeavor. So I started making t-shirts and hats that people thought were really cool or dope. And I made a logo, made hats, made shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of just apparel for people to wear just to spread the message within my school. And then it also eventually took off into my community, and then I would meet people, on mission trips from different states that thought it was cool, and they would get one too. So it's kind of spread through the t-shirts and stuff. But then I also made a Twitter account for it to post motivational things, because like Motivation Mitch and the Fox Squad kind of stand for the same stuff. So I'll post motivational things on the Twitter to kind of promote the brand and just extend that motivational message. So if you'd like, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Fog Squad. That is my logo right there. I'm also the website that I have all my stuff on is spiritcovers.com, and that was my original business, and so it's kind of branched under the Spirit Covers business. So my future projects, I'm excited to announce that I'm working with a kid named Hunter Rodenslavin. He's also a marketing student at UNO with me, and he started Athlete Nation, which has the same goals and ideals as like the Fog Squad, but it's more geared towards athletes. And his Twitter account took off so much that he needed more people to help him. So he asked me to join his team, and I'm happy to announce that I'll be working with him in the future to promote Athlete Nation and promote his brand. Along with that, the founder and CEO of Class Intercom, Taylor Sieber. He is the one that made it possible for me to come here. He sponsored me, came here with me. His business is Class Intercom, and what it does is it allows students to post on their school's social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. So the students are being engaged in their school story. Basically, the platform is an app and a website that allows students to post, create a post, and then it'll be sent to an administrator, and then the administrator will then approve it or deny it. And once it gets approved, it will be posted on the actual school social media site. So it allows administrators to kind of control that process, but it allows students to really promote their school story and kind of promote their school's brand in a new perspective. So you can find Class Intercom on Twitter and Instagram at Class Intercom, and then the website is classintercom.com. Finally, if you'd like to connect with me, my personal accounts are all up there. Twitter is at Mitch Fisher with 3 R's. My Instagram is at Mitch Fish with 3 H's. And then my email is mitch@fisherdecor.com, as well as my website, streetcovers.com. I'd love to connect with you guys all, talk to you throughout the day. I just wanted to thank Heather Callahan for nominating me for this award and making this possible for me. She's my tech teacher in high school. She did a great job of fostering that positive environment in my school. Yeah, feel free to talk to me, connect with me on social media, and I just want to thank you all for this awesome opportunity to be here in San Francisco. So let's get a selfie real quick. Alrighty. Smile. Alright, thank you all very much.